Una, nagpapasalamat ako sa ating mga mambabatas na nagtatanong kasi it gives us a chance to clarify. Wala pa ni isang sentavo ng AKAP na nagagamit. The whole appropriation is intact because the department is still crafting the guidelines. If you look at the special provision ng AKAP sa batas, it's meant for our minimum wage earners to protect as an anti-inflation mechanism. Maganda yung programa. Importante lang mahubog namin na maayos ang guidelines para talagang maging faithful siya sa mandato ng batas na ibinigay sa kanya. Kami sa departamento nire-respeto bilang dati ring mambabatas, nire-respeto namin ang prerogatiba ng ating Congress. When I say Congress, it's a whole, the lower house and the upper house, to introduce amendments to the budget. Alam nyo, just as a side story, sometime October, before even the whole talk about AKAP happened, I personally, together with some members of our team sa DSWD, met 𝗞𝗽𝗁 of PSA because he's a known poverty expert. Kasi matagal ng pag-aaral sa departamento namin na kailangan meron tayong near poor or tawag namin near poor pero yan yung minimum wage earners natin na programa kasi itong mga minimum wage earners natin isang shock lang sa pamilya. May namatay, may nagkasakit, inflation, yung may hindi inaasang pagkakataon, they're so vulnerable na pwede silang mag-spiral pabalik sa kahirapan. Remember, sa mandate ng DSWD, it's the poor, the marginalized, the vulnerable. So, we have always sought in DSWD to expand the definition of vulnerable to include our near poor. And our poverty experts like si 𝗞𝗽𝗁 has always been advocating that. So, as early as October, gusto na namin yan. So, it was a very welcomed addition to our budget. Nung natapos yung bicameral conference, nandun na siya. That we were about to propose it hopefully this year, but naunahan na kami. So we will make sure that we use every single centavo of that to its most faithful fulfillment of its mandate, which is near poor or minimum wage earners, anti-inflation mechanism. Now, yung tanong mo, bakit nauna yung budget bago yung guidelines? Again, the power of the purse is with the legislative. We submit a proposal, but based on their wisdom, because they do a lot of public hearings, a lot of committee hearings, sila mismo nakita nila yung value ng paglagay nun sa budget namin as an amendment. And that's also, again, the part of the power of the purse, to amend what we submit. Also, this is not the first. Apparently, I checked in our records a couple of years ago, even before I got there, even before this administration, merong mga instances na nag-introduce rin ng legislature ng panibagong program. This one was a program for women, protection of women, with a 10 million na entry na ang tawag doon sa acronym niya, nasa budget pa rin namin yan, 𝗞𝗽𝗁𝗇. It's more meant for women protection. Ganun din nangyari. Inintroduced through the legislature as an amendment because the need for social protection for women and teenage mothers. Dalawa yun women and teenage mothers. And then kami na lang gumawa ng guidelines. So there's nothing peculiar as long as we abide by the special provision. Remember, the line item of AKAP has a special provision to it. Nilagyan pa nila ng parameter. So we have to make sure that whatever guideline we do, nakakasunod doon sa parameter na nilagay nila.